welcome to the Sports Information Department at Wilson Central.
Hey Patrick, just go ahead and do that on the website. Okay? No big deal. Oh, hey everybody, I'm Jay Holliday. I'm Sports Information Director at Wilson Central High School, Lebanon, Tennessee. Let's take a tour of what the Wilson Central Sports Information Department does for Wilson County and the surrounding area. Hey, let's go ahead and start our tour this morning or this afternoon, whenever you're watching this, here at Sports Information Department at Wilson Central. We'll come on over here. One of our students who is that's in charge of two different items here at Wilson Central, I'll let him introduce himself and tell you what they do.
Oh, hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm Jake Hood. I'm a junior here at Wilson Central. So, like you said, I'm in charge of the announcers and the sports writers here at WCSN.
Well, let's start about the sports writers first. What does a sports writer do?
So, the sports writer is basically, it's like your everyday newspaper, like sports journalist. So, whatever games we have here at Wilson Central, we'll send myself or one of the other sports writers out to go and cover that game.
And if you can't cover the game, we ask the coach to send us statistics and some highlights of each game. So we cover every sporting event.
Every event that we have, whether it's home, away,
from
whatever it
August
is.
to May,
Mm-hmm.
the entire school year.
Everything from the first game of the football season to the very last game of the baseball season.
Or softball.
Or softball, whoever goes further.
And so what's their responsibilities as a sports writer? Obviously, they've got to get the information, and that stuff. They have to write the story. Where do they write it, and what do they do with that?
They log into our website, which is wilsoncentralsports.com, and usually it's about a 300-word story. Football's a little bit longer, but it's usually about a 300-word story, and of course they're in charge, like you said, of getting all the information and everything they need for the story, and then they go in and write it and save it, and then I will turn around and go in and edit it for them.
And you'll proofread it, basically.
Proofread it, all the information, fact check it.
Fact checks, capital letters,
Everything.
commas, all that stuff. And then when you get that done, what do?
When I get that done, I will turn around and send it to you, and you publish it.
And I will read it again if I need to. Normally I don't have to when you're doing it. But then I'll publish it, and we put it out on our website, which you called WilsonCentralSports.com. Let's talk about the WilsonCentralSports.com real brief. It's got a lot of hits lately.
It's got a lot of hits. We're over 300,000 hits here in the past, 2.5 years, we could say?
And that's at least 2.5 years, and we're in January of 2019 right now, so we're hoping to continue that growth for that.
Definitely, and we've seen a spike in hits lately. We're averaging, about 1,300 a week now?
Something to that effect, so it's a good advertising sponsorship possibility for you. Okay? All right, so besides the sports writers, you said you did stuff with announcers. So what does an announcer do?
Well, I'll go ahead and take you back to my desk, and I'll kind of show you everything that we do.
All right, sir. So go ahead and talk, and we'll see what we got.
So, first of all, I'm sitting right beside probably one of our greatest awards. It's the NFHS Elite. So what that is the top 50 schools in the country for NFHS. Of course, there's like 30,000 of them that broadcast on there. So the top 50, they get the Elite banner, which we got it last year, and we're going to get it this year.
And we're working to hopefully get it next year.
Beyond that, yes.
And you have to do certain things to qualify, which is to have, and we'll talk about this with
a certain
more
number of
people.
broadcasts and Wildcat All Access like we brought back this year.
Right, and things that we do to basically help promote the school.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and talk about what you do right here.
So what I have set up right here is I'm working on a wrestling story for their 2019 Halls Invitation. So what I'll do is I'll have all the statistics I need up here, and then I'll go down here and write my story. So that way, for ease of access, all I have to do if I want to see like Michael Kramer pins, whoever, all I got to do is look up here and then just bring it down.
And that's a pretty sure bet that he pins.
Pretty sure bet is he's 11th in the nation and still undefeated this year.
And also the defending state champion.
State champion, first in
his
the state
weight
this
class.
year. Yeah.
Okay. So anything else on that?
Well, I mean, that's about it. I love this new dual monitor setup that I got, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. So what is this calendar back here behind you?
So this calendar behind me is every single sporting event for, as you see, January, February, and March.
And so every sporting event that happens in January, we hope is listed there correctly.
It's listed there correctly, and you'll have a story for everything you see on there.
And I see red circles.
Red circles, those are the ones that we broadcast. So we need announcers for every single one of these games, and it's either me or a few other people. And
we usually use anywhere from 12 to 14 students.
Yeah.
It's not just announcers. I mean, we have to have video camera people,
switchers, audio, stuff like that.
Computer, people set up, tear down, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they use these calendars right here to basically get their grade.
Yeah.
Right?
So I'll go ahead and dive into the announcers as I'm in charge of them as well. So what we do for announcers is everybody thinks that they just go out there and talk on the TV about whatever sport it is. But what we really do is we'll go in and get all the information we need from opposing team coaches. We'll email them about a week before, or we're going to Max Preps or Coach T, anything like that to get all the information we need for the broadcast. And then I'll come over here and script it, and I'll write up a script and everything we need to talk about for the game. And then we go out there and do it.
And what we try to do is find younger students like freshmen and sophomores, and you mentor them in what you do so that when you go graduate, and you hope to graduate, right?
Of
course,
so.
Yeah, we think so. Then you've got to get replaced, and so it's your job. It's your job to leave your legacy with the younger kids here, the students, to do what you do now.
Yeah.
And so when you graduate in a year and a half, right? About a year, yeah. And you're gone, and the writers and the announcers don't do their job. It's your fault.
Yeah.
Because
I didn't leave my legacy.
You didn't leave your legacy. So that's one of our new things that we're going to say is leave your legacy. Okay? Well, anything else you want to talk to the folks about?
I think that's about it.
Okay. Well, this is Jake Hood here for WilsonCentralSports.com, and he's one of our juniors here at Wilson Central High School.
Thank you.
We're here with another one of our students here for the Wilson Central Sports Information Department. She takes the class and everything. We're going to let her introduce herself right now.
Hi, my name is Caroline Carter. I'm a junior here at Central, and I'm the website operator.
And so basically what that entails is that she has 5 or 6 other students who are possibly freshmen, sophomores, maybe juniors, okay, that input all the data that we have to put in there. What kind of data does the website take?
Well, here at Central, we have schedules, rosters, scores, articles, stories, and pictures that we put on the website.
And you're in charge of making sure all that gets put on there.
Right.
Is it a lot of time devoted to that? It can be, right?
A lot of time, yes.
A lot of time. Do you have anybody that you're training? Because eventually you're going to graduate.
Next
right?
year, yeah.
You're a junior, so we've got you another full year and a half, give or take, right? But somebody else has got to learn how to do this. It's not hard, but it just takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, right?
And passion, yeah.
And passion. And so what she basically does, when you go to our website, WilsonCentralSports.com, okay, basically you can look at who we play next, what sport, all the pictures that we upload and so forth from the photographers, from the article writers and so forth, and this young lady right here does it all. Well, Caroline, keep up the good work. Here with another student here for the Wilson Central Sports Information Department. I'm going to let her introduce herself, and we'll talk about what she does for WCSN.
My name is Caitlin Hungerford. I am the Chief of Photography here at WCSN, and I'm the yearbook editor, and I have my own business, Caitlin Hungerford Photography.
Of course she has to do that, because why? Because she is good. Well, she's got to get ready for a photo shoot, so she's going to go ahead and put the lens on the camera and stuff. But just want to talk a little bit about what Caitlin does, not only just for Wilson Central High School, because she's at probably every event of everything that goes on at this whole school, and we're lucky to have her. But what? See, you did it very quickly. See, you're ready to go.
I know.
But what do you do specifically for WCSN?
I'd say the head sports photographer, so I will shoot every single event, roughly that goes on at the school, and I upload all my pictures to the computers, and then I sift through them and pick out the very best ones and then put them on the website so that they can be used in galleries and on the stories.
And we mentioned Caroline Carter kind of checks those pictures as well in case you mess up, which you never do. But she checks you, you check her, and so forth. But you're mentoring other students
Yes.
for WCSN.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So several freshmen and sophomores that have come in that are interested in photography, I'm mentoring them so that they can step up once I graduate in a few months here. So that this
We're trying
position,
to keep you here, though.
yeah,
Let you know. But,
yes.
you know.
So since somebody has to fill my position, we have several photographers lined up to take over those events.
And so basically, you're teaching them what you know.
Mhm.
You know, like the right aperture settings and the speed for the specific sport that you take.
Yes.
But not only do you take pictures, you've got to teach them, okay, take the SD card, go to the computer, load the pictures, have them delete the ones they don't like. And then somebody else comes along, and takes the best ones, and then she sends them to our website, administrative side of it, and then somebody else takes them and puts them on the website. And so it's just like an operation, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, well, Caitlin, appreciate you for all you do.
Thank
And
you.
you got pictures tonight probably,
Yeah.
so let you go for that. All right? Thank you.
you.
We're still here with another student of the Wilson Central Sports Information Department, Seth Sanders. Seth, basically explain your main focus for this department.
Well, typically I do camera work, so I'm usually the center main cam, and that's like the wide shot. We also have people here that do close angles, so we'll have them on the sides or even down on the floor, which is the floor cam. And we even set up a scoreboard so our computer person can see the scoreboard at all times.
And you've been with us now, I think this is your 4th year.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and you're going to be a senior, so you're graduating. So are you mentoring anybody to take over for you, which I know it's going to be difficult to replace you. There's 4 or 5 people that's going to be difficult to replace, but you are taking care of that, right?
Yes, I've been, I guess, mentoring Kyle Pulley, Lane Stanley, and a couple other people like Josh and
Josh Howell,
yep,
AJ Hughes,
yes sir.
right? And what they have to do, they have to learn how to set up the tripod right, put the camera on right, hook up all the cables and so forth, and basically that's what you basically do for 4 years.
Yep.
And I want to say, this guy right here is one of the main reasons our shows look so good because of his camera work that he does. So, Seth Sanders, congratulations on being a senior for that, but we're not going to let you go yet because you still got a few more months left.
Yep.
So anything else that you do besides video, camera work, and laying out cables and showing people how to do it? Do you do anything else? This is your main focus. Get
Not
it?
really.
Focus, camera.
Yep.
Okay,
Nothing else. Just because that's what you guys put me on.
that's what
for
I did
4 years.
for
Yep.
4 years. Appreciate it,
Nothing
Seth. Thank you. Hey everybody, we'll finish our tour with the Sports Information Department with probably the main guy that's been with us for 4 years. He's going to be graduating, so we'll try to replace him, but as we say, he's going to say it in this piece too, you know, he wants to, what's the legacy? Right? He'll
Leave.
talk to you about it, man.
Leave your legacy.
Leave your legacy. So let's go ahead and stand up. Let him introduce yourself gently, quietly, and quickly.
So I'm Dakota Russ. I am the senior executive producer. It's kind of the title I took on. And
He made it up, but it sounds good.
Christian made it up.
That's true.
One of our former head
Executive
cheeses
producers.
made up the term, and I adopted it.
So, 4 years ago when you were a freshman, we were not what we are today at all.
No.
We had Christians still. We had 3 or 4 other students, a couple of adults that were not even involved in the school system at all. They were just wanting to help us out.
And we had a suitcase. That was it.
And a suitcase, right? And we could get everything up with one trip. And as we've gone through the last couple of years, we've switched over from just doing football to everything, and we've given ourselves an official name, which is the Sports Information Department, which is what Mr. Mayfield kind of was wanting to see, because we were having trouble with a lot of things as far as communications and promoting our school. And so that day, the first week of school, when you were a freshman, you were in my class as a student, and I mentioned it like I always do every year. Anybody interested in helping out, come see me. So I don't know, it might have been 24 hours later you came back, and you came to the door, and I think I want to help. And then he gave me some information. Okay. Because it doesn't take a whole lot back then when we were looking for people.
Yeah.
Now we have 30 to 45, give or take, members. And right here is pretty much the brains of the broadcast. You're primarily in charge of.
I'm in charge of like controlling the look of the broadcast. So I control the 6 cameras that we have and tell them what to do, what to get, and then I determine when to put them out live. So anything that is visual, I'm usually in control of.
So
Audio is the announcers, and then I have
Right.
the video.
So now the secret is out. If the stream looks bad on your computer, there's one of 2 reasons. One, you, or 2, the internet.
Yeah.
'Cause
If it
we are
looks bad,
based-
1, I'm not there, maybe. And then 2, that broke. So.
But you have been leaving your legacy,
Mhm.
okay, which is training other people, because this is difficult. It is
Very
not
difficult.
It is not hard. I mean, it's not easy at all. I mean, you've got to hook up multiple wires, multiple things connect to other things that connect to these things that connect to these things.
For a simple job.
For a little simple job of 2 hours of broadcast, and people can watch it on their iPhone or their tablet, their media, whatever. Go home and watch it on their computer, and what they see is what they get is because of Dakota Russ. Okay, but the TV's here. We've got the same thing in our trailer. I tried, because this year is a big year for our seniors, because we're losing some of you that have been such an important piece of the puzzle. Like we've talked to Seth Sanders. He's in charge of the camera people, and Caitlin's the photographers. We talked to Jake, who's a junior, thank goodness, who does the articles and the announcing and so forth. But you're the other senior as well, who basically makes sure if I've got a problem, I come to you, and I say, hey, I've got an idea, I come to you, and then you try to figure it out, which you'll see on the board here in a few seconds.
I have to diagram
You
it.
diagram everything.
Yep.
To see, okay, if I hook it up this way, will this work that way? And sometimes everything works good, and you hook it up, and then all of a sudden, boom. It works, but maybe something happened, a bad wire. You have to trace it down and try to figure out what's going on. Let's talk about the trailer.
So the trailer it's a great piece of equipment that we've just added this year. It's still a little limited at this point because we need a few more pieces of equipment because it was such a big project, you can't get everything at once.
24 feet long.
Yeah, and it houses about 3 tables, an entire
Just
switching
like
area.
Basically what you can see here.
Yeah.
Televisions, computers.
Yep.
It's even got a refrigerator and a microwave.
And a storage area
And
too.
a storage area in the back to carry all this stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
before the trailer, it was the back of the bus or somebody's trunk, and we had to carry all that stuff up the football bleachers. But now, since we do all the sports, as you've seen earlier on the calendar, we have a lot of sports that we broadcast. I think fall sports, winter sports, and then spring sports is coming up. Which
Back
is
to back.
back to back to back. So we have to. That's why we have to have more people, so forth. But the trailer was a big addition for the sports information part, and they just got through looking at it, and it's pretty neat, pretty neat. So that's pretty much it,
Yeah.
right?
Pretty
Simple.
much. Yeah.
Pretty-
Very
pretty-
simple.
Yeah, just simple. And that's and it's just for people. Our people that we send this out to. We thank them. Their sponsorships,
Yeah.
or their future possibilities of
Yeah.
sponsorships. We're always looking for help because equipment does break down, does
Yeah.
it not?
Like without sponsors,
Yeah.
It's like just a little piece of this breaks, the whole system goes down. So like sponsors, not only do they buy big equipment, but they allow us to buy the little things that support the whole bigger
Right.
picture.
And that's where the financial assistance comes in and so forth, which we have to have. You know, we raise our own. Sometimes we do our little snap raise thing,
Yeah.
and we raise some monies. But sometimes you're looking at a camera that's $2,000. I mean, that's, you know,
That's a lot.
and we want 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
You know, so you're looking at 5,000 easy for some things. We want the instant replay, right?
And graphics.
And
That would be
graphics
nice.
to just improve it. That's another 2 or 3, 4,000. So it's money that as we go through, because all of this was not all in 1 year,
Mm-mm.
right? The trailer was a 2-year deal. We kind of talked about it 2 or 3 years ago, but the money wasn't there.
Mm-mm.
And then I figured to myself, if the time to do it is now, because I've got the seniors behind it, and if it wasn't for the Russ family and a bunch of other people, the Hoods, Seth Sanders, all those guys,
Abigail.
yeah, it was Abby's mom who did the couches inside it. It wouldn't happen, and it did. So anyway, Dakota, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Be on everybody here, Mr. Mayfield and so forth. We appreciate it so much. Okay, that's gonna do it. You wanna go back and play now and do your car bars?
I'm good.
All right, that'll do it. Thank you very much.